It's a bit weird that I have a channel which is geared towards dental students, and I've only just come across the two dentists. This is just like mind-blowing, right? Because I've been studying dentistry for a while. I try to do the extra bit, and I go online and I'll look at videos and I'll try to immerse myself in dentistry inside out, right? And then recently I'm having breakfast and I just come across the two dentists. And it's weird because they're actually so damn famous within the dental circle, especially for students. And I've just uncovered them. And it's like the best thing ever. Now, these guys are UK-based dentists, so they've gone through the entire process of becoming dentists in the UK, and then they've been practicing as dentists as well, so they know dentistry inside out to a very high standard. And what they've done, thankfully, is actually spend time to do what I've been dreaming of, which is to make a channel to help students out, but they're doing it 1,000,001 times better than I am, so, kudos to them. What I wanted to make this video about was kind of like a thank you to them, because I've been binge watching a lot of their videos, but also a kind of insight as to how I study my dentistry and my advice to anybody listening. So first and foremost, the two dentists, they run many videos about everything dentistry related, right? From communication with patients to taking anamnesis. So you're questioning around your patients and what they're up to simple charting and simple examinations, all the way through to like reading x-rays and, or as they actually said, reading radiographs. And I remember that from their video. So they go into the finer details. It's really worth it. And it covers the things that you will do at uni, but in a way which is really digestible. There's a lot of images, there's videos, and it just helps round things off so that you're not lost with all the jargon that you're going to hear in lectures. The other thing is that it's an interactive video rather than just a dull person reading off of a presentation. And because there's two of them, it's nice to have that kind of double personality, that dual act, which keeps things fresh. Now, so my advice to students is this. I have a structure in place nowadays where whenever I have breakfast in the morning, I will watch a video to do with dentistry, anything. And it can be from anyone, and it can be regarding anything from the most basic thing like checkups to even implant and surgery and anything else that you could think of, which is wild and beyond what I'll be doing at uni, only to familiarize myself with the cases that I might come across, the words that people are using and the technical terms, etc., so that I don't feel out of place if I ever do come across these things. And I'd encourage you all to do the same thing, because it's just free time. I'm eating breakfast anyway. I might as well just replace the doom scrolling with something dental related. And it has helped me out, because now when I'm sitting in a clinic and I'm looking at a teacher maybe working on a patient, or if I'm working on a patient, I can see things from a different angle because of the experiences that some of these great dentists have given us. So the advice that I would give to anybody out there would be, do exactly what I'm doing and add your own twist to it. I sit down for breakfast every morning because I don't skip breakfast. And this is the time that I try to slow everything right down. I like to wake up a couple hours before clinic rather than just 20 minutes before clinic, which I used to do, or before lectures. Now I'm trying to get a couple hours in before so I can really get ready in time, get my mind focused and ready for the day. And this is the time that while I'm eating breakfast, I used to doom scroll, or I used to be watching random videos, maybe the highlights from the Premier League over the weekend, whatever it might be. Use this time to at least one video. Right? You can do all the fun stuff after this, but just the one video, make sure it is related to dentistry. And believe me, it can be anything as basic as a checkup, as basic as terminology about enamel, dentine and pulp, all the way through to your implants, your oral surgeries, your aesthetic smile makeovers, whatever it is, dental photography. Just do that. One video, at least once a week, if not once a day, and implement this, because it's just going to build your mindset for dentistry, and you'll begin to see things in a completely different angle. And when you're up against the other students in your class or in your group, what you'll notice is you'll be seeing things from an experienced eye set rather than their vision, which might be the student mindset, right? They're going to see things not as clearly as you will, because all of a sudden now you know how to read a radiograph. All of a sudden now you know maybe to dry teeth before you do a checkup, which most students don't know, including myself, right? And It's only when you're sitting there and watching these videos and repeat that it becomes second nature for you without having to experience it in the first place. And there's many people that have said this in the past, that, smart people are those that learn from their mistakes, but then there's geniuses that are made because they learn from the mistakes of others. So why take that step of failure to learn something when you can just learn it from someone else's? And the advice that these guys give online, whoever it may be, is just worth implementing on a day-to-day basis. My next tip, which is related to this, would be, of course, use the channel of the two dentists, because the way that they give that information is just so simple and it's simplified, made for students, that you can't get any better than this, in my opinion, online when it comes to the world of dentistry. Now, someone else I'd like to give a shout out to is, of course, Jaz Gulati, who runs a student focused version of his podcast, and he has student notes, and of course his app is free for students. The fact that if you're a student you can register for his app for free and have full access is just crazy. So that's another tip that I mentioned in a previous video that I would just repeat for the sake of it. Really hone in on the freebies that you get, because this is what's going to develop us into better dentists before we're actually even working. I'm going to pray that hopefully I can get the two dentists on this channel at some point, maybe on a podcast, and we can discuss things a bit further and learn more about where their journey is taking them and how that's going to benefit us as students. But in the meantime, please do check them out. Please do check out Jaz as well. And I genuinely am hoping that you guys can give me some feedback if you've implemented any of the kind of tips and tricks that I've given in this video, and maybe you can tell me something to help me learn more, because I'm always all ears and I want to develop myself as a dental student and also as a dental professional in the near future. Subscribe, like, comment, all the usual good stuff. It really does help me out, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next ones. Take care and goodbye.